Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up today on the Young and the Restless summer events, to chance Kyle and Claire talk to Harrison about their relationship, and Connor wants Chelsea to move in with Adam. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Nate and Andrew arrive at his penthouse. As she complains about the bumpy ride from Lay and the airport, he admits that he hated leaving things the way he did. With Damian, she points out that he laid the groundwork. Now it's up to Damian to decide if he wants to get to know him better. When Nate offers her electrolytes so she won't get jet lagged, she says she'd rather have a cocktail. They discuss how he approached Damon, and he wonders if he's mishandled it. Andrew reminds Nate that he can still go. Damian with the truth. Hastings worries about scaring him off. He's decided to give it a couple of days. If he doesn't hear from his brother, he will consider telling him the truth. Once Andrew gets her cocktail, Nate wonders how she and Amy managed to squeeze in so much shopping. Udra says Amy is good people, and it breaks her heart to see how tired she is. Nate hasn't seen her medical records, and she hasn't been forthcoming about her condition. There's no way they can know how much time she has left. All he can do is try to help her with her son kicking off her shoes. She gets him to rub her feet. Nate's happy to show her how grateful he is for her coming to L to support him. He doesn't think he should be so surprised to see her caring about his family after she teared up at dinner a few weeks ago. Nate seen her get misty-eyed with 82. Otter admits she's a bit of a sucker for people trying to heal their familial relationships. Nate finds that touching dumb with all the sentimental stuff. Audra tells Nate she wants to be truly touched somewhere else, above the ankles. He doesn't need to be asked twice. They make out on the couch before heading to the bedroom, where they undress and climb into bed. Adam joins Connor and Chelsea at Crimson Lights. Before Chelsea can explain why they called him, Connor insists on going first. He says the light switch in his bedroom had him up most of the night. He kept getting up to check it every 15 minutes. Connor says he's fine. When his father asks if he's okay, the teen assures his parents that he's not back to wanting to hurt himself. Since they had so much to deal with already, he didn't want to bother them with this. His parents remind him that he is their son and comes first. They will deal with any problem he has as a family. Connor explains he's been using the tools he acquired to deal with his OCD and will be meeting with a doctor to see if his meds need adjusting. That all sounds good to his father. Chelsea and Adam assure him that he's got this and doesn't have to go through this alone. When they wonder what could have triggered it, he says he knows, but doesn't want to tell them because they won't like it. Chelsea and Adam point out that they can't help if Connor doesn't tell them honestly what's bothering him. The kid admits he's anxious about his father moving. Adam thought he was excited to spend more time at the ranch with the horses and ponds. Connor says he loves all that, but is worried about the lights in the bedroom. His father offers to make sure he has the lights he wants. Connor explains that a house in the country is different from being surrounded by people there. His parents remind him that the Newman compound is filled with people. Chelsea tells him that if he doesn't want to move, she's sure his father will understand. Adam agrees and offers to cancel the move. Connor doesn't want that. He needs to face the things that scare him otherwise. The OCD wins. He's determined to push through and get stronger. Things get a bit awkward when Connor suggests that having his mom move to the ranch too would help. He assures that he's not trying to get them back together, but it would help if she was around when he has a flare-up of his OCD. Getting up, Connor announces he's going to game and heads out. Kyle and CLA meet up at Society and discuss talking to Harrison about their relationship. His parents urged him to do this sooner rather than later. She wonders how he feels about that. The only thing Kyle is worried about is upsetting his son. Claire has spent enough time with his son to recognize how intuitive There's a good chance that he's already figured things out. So they decide there's no sense in delaying this. No sooner has Summer walked into the Avat man's than Harrison leaps over to see her. She left work early and suggests they go out for hot chocolate or ice cream. He suggests frozen hot chocolate, like Mrs. Martinez makes instead. Then he can read her a book he wrote, she said. She'd love that, and hugs him. Harrison brings out Goldilocks and the Four Bears and reads it to her. She giggles as he does all the voices until Kyle and CLA arrive. He rushes over and hugs them. Claw's impressed by how big the hug is, just as big as the one I gave my mom. He laughs. Summer frowns. She explains she just came by to spend quality time with the little man. Kyle announces that he and Claire are there to have an important conversation with Harrison. He assures his son it will be fun. Everything with Claire is fun for Harrison. Summer looks put out and immediately exits, looking back in through the grate in the door. For a moment, Kyle and Claire take Harrison into the dining room and tell them that they have gotten close. He knows, and he's happy about it, but his mom acts funny when they are together. CLA explains that it can be hard for someone to see the person they used to be with someone one new. Are you two getting married? Harrison asks after laughing. His father explains they aren't there yet. They like to spend time together, and sometimes Claire may spend the night if it gets late. His son knows she did on New Year's because he could hear them having a lot of fun. Kyle gets embarrassed. Claire asks if it would be okay if she stay for more sleepovers. It's okay with him if they can have pancakes before he goes to school. Kyle, Claire, and Harrison returned to the main room and read a book on dinosaurs together, and they assure the boy that his mom will always love him and be there for him after they have tucked him in. Claire says Harrison seems to have given them his blessing. Kyle says they are both lucky to have her and kisses her. She wishes Summer was okay with it. He's sure she will get past it at Crimson Lights. Leah thanks Adam for stepping in while she was in the hot seat. Adam admits that he thinks what their son asked for made a lot of sense. That makes her suspect he put this thought in their son's head. When Adam defends himself, Chelsea backs down and tells him she's grateful they are co-parenting their son. He admits that he still wants to reconcile with her. Besides, it is a huge house. She would have plenty of her own space, and he would respect all of her boundaries. Chelsea reminds Adam that neither of them excel at doing that. He points out that she loves the property. They've given up a lot to help their son heal already. If living together at the ranch would help, shouldn't they consider it? At least Chelsea can hear what he and their son are saying and says she'll think about it. Adam's confident she will do what's best for their son and will respect whatever choice she makes. I don't want you thinking for a second this is an opportunity for the two of us to get back together, she cautions. He nods, and they smile. Summer and Chance meet up at Society. He has already ordered all of her favorites for her and even wore her favorite shirt. Things are pretty awkward, and she admits she's not totally there. The detective worries she's regretting having dinner with him. Summer assures him she's glad they are doing this and doesn't want to spoil it. Chance would love to listen if she has something on her mind. She tries to change the subject to work, and he changes it to Harrison. This doesn't go well, so he suggests they say what's actually on their minds. Chance knows it might be tough for them to talk about, but he fills her in about Sharon going missing and her car being found. They both hope that she's found. When Chance asks what's bothering Summer, she says it seems petty compared to all that she admits she's really over. CLA pushing herself in Kyle and Harrison's lives. They just kicked her out of the house to have a conversation with him about becoming a couple. The cop points out she's always had an issue with Claire. It seems like she's jealous of her cousin. Summer doesn't care who Kyle dates as long as it's not Audra. She doesn't worry about CLA hurting her son, but also doesn't like the way she's positioned herself. It is already really hard not living with her son, and it is only a matter of time until Claire is. Chance gets how hard this must be, but it's what happens when people get divorced. They move on and make new families. Summer always be Harrison's mom, and she won't lose into to anyone at Nate's place. After sex, he jogs down to grab some alcohol when he notices that Damon has already sent him a message. He guesses that he made an impression after all. When he returns to Audra, they have a toast, and he fills her in on his brother, getting in touch, eager to learn all.